Hey, hey, I heard that you like some D&D. I have that for you. Welcome to our stream again. This time we are missing one of our players, but we have the so always cheerful Halfer Brain, Gaututalu with a little kiss. Bryn joining us from New Zealand. Early morning for you, my boy. Rick. Oh, that's Dashling Blind. We have. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, sure. We have David. And we have Jason. So, we are missing a Halina, sadly. But we have some news for everybody that for those 4 people that dare to view our show. So I'm going to, for the first time in like 20-something episodes, make a couple of announcements. No sponsors. We are open for offers if you like. So, first of all, some of us are going to start a second campaign every other week, so that we can bring more content to everybody and enjoy some more time together. The second campaign is going to be directed by our own Callum, Halfer Brain. So, would you like to say some words about the campaign?
No.
It's a mystery.
Understandable.
The campaign will be currently I think we release every 2 weeks. In the joining weeks, so hopefully there'll be a video going every week. The secondary campaign is in a completely different world, completely different setting to the one that we're playing in. It is totally homebrew. I won't give too much away, but there's a world with no magic. That's the only little hints I will give about it. So tune in, I believe, next Saturday. Tune in next Saturday, and you will get to watch the first episode of Halloween.
Ooh. We already had Decision Zero, and it went really well, as I heard.
I will say it's really difficult to make a character without magic. I mean, you have like 2 options if you want to stay true.
Well, come and shine, fighters, champions.
Barbarians.
And you are using 5th edition, right? Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so we'll be using 5th edition with some homebrew stuff mixed in.
No, I play a one shot and it's a really cool campaign. So you guys should go and check it next week. Yeah, exciting. Moving on to our second announcement of the day. We are getting a new rebranding for our channel, as we are going to be moving into Twitch in the upcoming future, maybe next game or maybe the other. We are still working on it. Callum and I have been doing a lot of stuff. We are getting a new logo, a new channel name, some new interface, and some more stuff for our players to be more professional. And not something that I designed in like 3 hours before our first game ever. So yeah, look forward to that. It's going to be really good. It's looking good, right?
Yeah, I think it looks really good, really nice.
So yeah, next game. And other than that, today is maybe the day that we have a TPK and I designed something in vain. So.
Well, if you don't want that to be in vain, don't stop fucking killing us then. Jesus. Quite simple, isn't it?
It's kind of hard when you have a guy that literally says the 2 words that he's not supposed to say.
One was because I was angry, and the other one's because I completely forgot. I can't help it if those 2 things happen on a regular basis.
Yeah, actually, you can. Okay, so let's do.
I blame Mirko.
Yeah, I blame Mirko as well.
Sure,
Let's
blame
kill her now. Blame the DM anyway.
Sure, blame me. So let's just jump into a small recap of what happened last game. Do you guys want me to take care of this?
Yes, because I cannot remember for jack shit.
Yeah, that's why I have the tradition of making you feel awkward and try to come up with what happened. But sure, I will take one for the team. Last game, you guys fought two pairs of giants, mutated, corrupted, and consumed by a hive of different bunnies that were nesting inside of the bodies of these giants. It's just husks of what they used to be, but they still march, spawning an infinite amount of bunnies as they came through. Supposedly, they were coming towards the medallion that Kauliki had managed to find as Bishar and Eric almost puked themselves to death. What the medallion was or where it came from still remains a mystery. The thing is that Mirko put Eric into a comatose state as she's conducting some sort of ritual, trying to absorb all of the corruption in the area, and as far as you guys know, channeled it through Eric to cleanse it. Or at least that's what you believe. After battling with the giants, commanding all of the Raging Fox Guild members and the Sleepy Cow Guild members, you managed to be victorious with minimum losses, just one defender that got eaten alive. You started to rebuild. Thuras complimented Gava for the first time ever, and as Gava started dragging on her own the colossal giant diseased bodies and started to burn them, Kauliki was walking the outside, trying to cheer up the survivor members. Kotal and Ephraim were preparing the Kofran Ballista, Eric still comatose, and Bishar, you were walking towards Eric as you felt the disturbance in the lesser spirits and activated your eyes of the seer. And as you activated your eyes, you, for the first time, were able to witness Mirko's true form without being poked in the eyes. And that's where we left off. So, jumping right into it, what you see as you look straight to where this small rabbit, tiny, it could fit into the palm of the hand. She's still wearing those quirky witch hat and witch robe, and has still the cane that's made out of like a carrot. But looking up, you see something completely opposite to it. You see, first of all, a small, like when you look through intense heat and you see the distortion in the air due to heat, some sort of like dome that's starting to form. It's bright. Now, all of this area is surrounded by a big amount of lesser spirits of multiple colors. Earth, fire, water, air, all of them. You don't see a single corrupted lesser spirit. In fact, you see the blessed lesser spirits, those pure white ones that you saw just a couple of times as you managed to cleanse your party members. Standing in the middle of this sort of barrier, an immense magnitude of spirits, it's almost dazzling, blinding, but your eyes have grown used to see these amounts of pure, raw energy. You see, it's weird. It's like distorted. Your eyes allow you to see into the spirit realm and overlap it in top of the normal waking world. But still, something seems to be blurry as disconnected from this world. But you see, this greater spirit's true form is that of a creature with a long and slender body, reminiscent to that of a ferret, but even longer. It is extraordinarily covered by a long, thick white fur that seems to reflect all light in a rainbow pattern, glimmering and blurring the air around it. Throughout it, you see a multitude of golden rings hanging from some clumps of its fur. On a closer look, with your perception, which is really high, you can see some markings that seem to be made out of some sort of concentrated ether, similar to those that you see in runes of magical items, and that consist all of the arcane scriptures that people use for magic in this world. On the bottom of of its body, you see 10 long extremities that end up in a curling claw, come out from underneath it. It uses 6 of them to stand up, and the other 4 are moving in a pattern that... Give me an Arcana check.
Wow, whopping +1. So 18 total.
18. You recognize, even though it's a claw and it's so different from your hands, you manage to see its movements. You know that this is some sort of ritual. It's using 4 of its arms to keep a ritual going. Looking up from whatever these claws are making, you see the end of the dome barrier that is erected around it. And looking up, you see a multitude of corrupted spirits being siphoned into the barrier. It starts to swirl like a tornado, and it grows smaller and smaller and smaller, and it goes straight into the straw in the middle of Eric's body. The amount of corrupted spirits is even greater than what you witnessed at the bottom of the mines. Now, the most important part, where the face of this creature should be, there's some sort of reflective black glass visor in which you can make out thousands of small, light moving patterns. Give me a perception check.
Yes.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, so I heard give me and then nothing. Perception. It's a 16 total.
It's looking at this visor, even though it's black, it becomes blinding, and as you stare into this creature, you start to see thousands, millions of lesser spirits apparently being born inside of this dark shape. So lastly, with that perception roll, you manage to see a small, almost invisible to even your super impressive eyes. It looks like a cable that comes out of the middle of its body, and it goes up into the sky, flying, all high up, going even past the corrupted spirits, deep into the sky. Impossibly large. It's so large that you don't see where it ends. And that's what you see.
Alright, so just for my monkey brain, she is funneling dark spirits from the air into Eric's body currently.
That's what she told you she was going to do. She was going to use the straw to just channel the spirits back into... she was going to use Eric as a sort of catalyst to channel the dark spirits into him and cleanse them. So, as far as you know, she's doing what she told you they would do.
Alright. I will, for a second, just stand there in awe and just look at what's happening.
You see no response. They seem to be ignoring you.
I'm a bit speechless, I think. But I will, at some point, just yell out, Mirko, how's it going?
See...
How are you doing?
Not the face, but some of the lumps of pur seem to just erect a little bit, and you hear inside of your mind, you think, but maybe it's so loud that it seems it's inside of your mind. Nobody seems to be reacting to it, but you hear with an echo and another echo, and an echo of an echo. It looks like you have seen me at last.
I apologize for the intrusion, but I sensed a high concentration of dark spirits over here, so I came to investigate.
As much as I would love to poke your eyes, I'm kind of busy at the moment. At that moment that she says that, you see Eric moves a little bit. Maybe a reflex, maybe a twitch.
How is he? Is he improving? Stable?
Improving is a hard word, but I will keep my side of the bargain. I cannot let my little pet Eri die here. We have plans for him.
Is there something I can do to help?
Well, if you are willing, you could give him a part of your life force.
What would that entail, precisely?
Depends on you. You can either choose to just a day of your life. Maybe wake him up. It will be, to you, nothing more than a slap. You would become a little translucent as you always become, but nothing to worry. Or maybe, I don't know, you could choose to give him more. You could go a week, a month, half your life. He will wake up at some moment. I don't know when, but I'm doing my best. At the moment, he's serving us the perfect straw to cleanse this place. So...
Alright. Alright, for now I will retain my strength to help defend this place, but should he become critical and in need of assistance, I will be glad to give what energy I can.
No, yes, of course. So far, don't worry, we are doing okay. This lovely dwarf lady, she's been feeding me well. I am pleased with the moment and the offerings that I've been receiving, so as I said, I will keep my part of the bargain. As long as nobody else interferes, I think we should be okay.
Alright, farewell.
Also,
And
I don't think you will need to defend this place for much longer.
I would hope not, but you never know. Alright, I will go help the others now. One more thing, I realize I'm a bit intrusive right now, but I would really appreciate it if you did not throw cake in my face once you're finished.
Oh, don't worry, I
Truly.
have plans. I am really pissed. I don't like people seeing me like this. Yes,
Alright, I'll be going now. Bye-bye, good luck.
In response to your last question, I would know as you walk away.
I would know.
I would
Sorry?
know. That's what she said.
Crap, what was my last question? Alright.
As you walk away, Bishar, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fun! You know I'm very good at those, because I'm a constitution-based character, obviously. Oh, that's not bad. It's saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
18.
Well, you're okay. You just felt as if you were a kid staring at the sun for too long. As you walk away, what is everybody doing? You see Turas is kind of resting. Rolling Alston is writing a message on a rock. The workers are just reinforcing the barriers. And everybody else is in their own positions. For the time being, it is peaceful.
I'm gonna go to sleep after burning and getting all that stuff on me. I feel myself. I am exhausted. I feel disgusting. I'm just like, I need to go to sleep. So I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Sure. It is the middle of the day.
I I will try to find, I think, Bryn, and we'll just go up to him like, Bryn, you're a cook, right? You know how to make food and stuff.
Yes,
things
well, of
and
course,
make
you've
things.
seen me cook, but that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my name.
Do you have a drink or something? Because I could really use a drink right now.
I can probably make something quickly.
All right.
What sort of, I don't know, like alcohol or kind of drinks does the camp normally have?
Well, all alcohol is probably depleted by now, as Kaine has been making a lot of beer. But you do have a case of random potions and old beverages.
Random potions, you say?
How long would it take me to test one and then like brew it up into something?
Oh, you can
With-
taste it in a second.
Okay, I will. Just one. I only have 25 of them, so
It's never just one.
Sure, give me a D100.
64.
Okay, 64. Nice. So you grab the drink. It's like a thick sort of brownish liquid. Seems to be, smells like some old liquor, like maybe I would say like a Baelish or something like that. And as you take a sip, all of your hair triples in length.
Whoa.
You are no longer bald.
But 3 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah. Though
It goes
balding,
out and around.
All right.
when you bald,
just-
you don't lose your hair. Your hair just becomes like really small and tiny.
right.
He has like a small shaved head, tiny like short hair, and then a beard all the way to the belly.
I know. I
just-
have an efficient.
I just look at my hair, which is already past my shoulders, and I'm like, maybe not that one.
Maybe not that one. I think I'm hearing. I think Kaliki told me that she has a bottle of something, so maybe we could.
All right, let's go find it. Because
That from.
and you might not believe it, but you know Mirko, the bunny lady
Yes.
with the food stuff. Secretly, she is a ginormous, invisible-ish ferret with 10 legs and like a black glass-like face with spirits behind it. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Seems a bit unnecessary.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, I agree.
I mean, at this point, if it doesn't affect our current arrangements, it's interesting, but
Well, yes.
It's
To be
not
fair,
really
it did seem
important.
like she knew what she was doing and like it was sort of going okay, I think. But I don't know, man.
Yes. Let's
Let's
go and see.
Oh wait, I still have the ale, which makes me piss myself once I drink water, or seawater, or hair water, something like that. Not sure if it's worth it, to be honest.
I could try and infuse it with a herb. That might
Oh,
be
sure. There you go.
helpful. So I'm thinking, I still have red flower herbs. 6
Okay.
red flower herbs.
Oh yeah. What's it called?
So you said that you have the red herb, right?
Red flower herb. Yeah.
Okay. So Okay, so give me a nature check.
Nature. Okay. 8.
Sure. Okay. So that was nature.
Well, the other thing I was going to suggest doing is use like, because I've got miniaturized alchemist tools for like spell casting, so I could use that. Was my other suggestion.
No, it's okay. It's just to see if you manage to know the effects of the herb, which you do
Okay.
not. Now, give me a medicine check to see if you can incorporate it into the drink without ruining its effects.
Could I help him? I'm proficient in medicine, so I could give him advantage.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Sure. Bishar, you can also roll me a nature check once you see the herb.
Once again, the druid who is shit at nature checks. It's 11 total.
Yeah. So what you know about this herb is just folk tales, Bishar. You know that it's called Asiodos, which is a reddish, really sought after herb by healers of small villages, stuff like that. And they say that supposedly if you mix this herb into a strong alcohol, you will not be able to be possessed or taken over by a demon in 1 month. And if a demon tries to do it, you will know their real name and have control over them. Or at least
Fuck.
that's what people say this herb does.
Ha! Fucking sign me up. Is there enough for 2 glasses?
I don't know.
Or
What was
2 shot
your
glasses?
medicine check with advantage?
13.
There's enough for 1 glass.
Can I just 1 regular glass or 1 shot glass? Because if
It's like
there's a
a-
little bit, I will.
It's like a shot. Like Ephraim is not used to this type of medicinal herb,
Yep.
and he doesn't really have like good equipment here. So he did actually an amazing job distilling a plant into a liquid in a short time. So it's just like a strong shot.
All right. I just hold to the bottle. Cheers, and I knock it back.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Oh, it's 12.
12. You don't get. You get tipsy. You feel the effects of like a strong. I would say this is like whiskey, maybe, or like Burgundy. I don't know. So yeah, let's go with the strong whiskey. It has a herbal taste. And Bishar, I need you to please roll me 2d10.
Like a D100 or separate D10s?
Nope, d10s.
All right. First one is a 6. Second one is a 4.
You gain 10 temporal anti-corruption points.
Oh. Do I need to keep track of this, or do you?
No, I do.
All right.
That means that the next time that you suffer corruption damage, you have 10 cushion points, where you won't start feeling the effects.
Very nice.
This took a couple of hours.
This was great job, Bryn. Really, really, really nice.
But again, still, has all of this that's going made you have amnesia? It's not
Sorry?
my name.
You're right.
Has all of this
You're, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Just imagine I've been saying Ephraim all this time. Because while Rick confuses things, Fisher doesn't know the name Rick.
I was wondering, what are you planning on doing next to...
Sorry.
Once we
Ephraim,
leave
it was
here?
really nice. Thank you.
I was wondering,
Wait,
what are
wait,
you
wait.
planning on doing once we leave here?
Well,
Not exactly
I'm
able to...
not really sure, to
Okay.
be honest. I've lived here my entire life, basically, on this island. But I want to see places. I want to see the greater world. I want to see different parts of nature, different cities, how people live. So that's why I will be joining the rest of you towards the Empire, I guess.
Yeah, there should be a fair number of places that fit sort of naturey description. Not that I am so used to that.
Well, not just nature. If you think about it, everything is connected to nature in some way. Some places just more than others. But I also want to meet people. I've lived almost alone my entire life, so it will be good for me to get some new experiences, I think.
I think if there's one thing we're good at, that's meeting people.
Yes. Now let's just try to keep those people alive after we meet them.
Okay.
But one thing we could do is start a whiskey company, because that was really nice. To be fair, I don't have that much experience in liquor, but I mean, it tastes pretty good.
Yes, I think it also normally takes a really long time, but I mean, if we can do it magically, then maybe we can cheat the process.
Perhaps I could grow the herbs and plants, and you could brew them into the alcohol.
Yeah.
While you two are discussing plans of every 20 something, early 20 male, Quaddle,
We
what are
could
you
call
doing?
it puzzles.
Quartal is attempting to put this ballista back together, and considering Ephraim ran off to do liquor shenanigans.
Yeah. He was working
yeah.
with you, and he got bored and went
Yeah.
to the next. So
Distracted, more than bored.
Quartal probably didn't even notice and leave. He too laser focused on what he was doing.
go ahead and roll your tinkerer tools or wood carpenter tools to see if you can fix this problem. Because last we heard about this ballista, one of the wheels
shot someone.
fell off and it just shot to the ground, almost killing everybody.
Yep.
So the workers are not even approaching to help you.
Okay, carpenter tools. Use. There is a great 6.
You are working on it, but as you are working on it, you start to pull it up. It's hard to lift up a whole cart with a made up ballista of wood and metal by yourself with no tools. So you are using levers, trying to fix it in place, to put the wheel in it. And at some moment you get distracted when you see like some small etchings, like burning in the wood as it makes up and goes, "Why did you leave? Why you?" When you look back to the same place, that burning mark, those burned letters are no longer there.
He at that is going to pop to detect magic to see if something's going on.
Sure, you turn on your detect magic and you don't see any sort of magic by itself, though you feel like a bit of a heavy air, though No magic.
He's just gonna take
But
a look around as well.
if you look around and you look at where the ritual is being conducted,
Hmm.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Woo! Well, that is a 26.
You manage to cover your eyes. There's an absurd amount of magic surrounding Eric. At first, it seems to be dispersed, but then it contracts and forms like a dome, and it expands, and it goes into a dome, and it expands constantly, doing this movement. If you follow the line up, you see a trail. You don't manage to see any sort of electricity that colors that would form the schools of magic that you know of, but you get a feeling that there's something there going up, like concentrations of raw pure ether. Not mana, not magic, just like the pure energy that would become mana. And you just feel that there. Maybe that's what makes the air feel so heavy around this place. But you are not sure. You don't have the knowledge to make sure of it.
Think. Yeah, he's just gonna get back to work.
Sure. Quattle just goes back to work. And when you look up, you see Rollin is rolling up some papers into a backpack and preparing like different documents, and from time to time a stone appears in front of her and she just writes something on it and throws it into the air and it disappears. But she seems to be like some sort of housekeeping while you are working. Gava, you are sleeping. Kauliki goes back to sleep next to you because if anybody sees her, she is... every single bone on her body could have been broken. Like, she's walking around cheering up the workers, the archers and the defenders, and they are like, how the fuck are you alive? So yeah, Kauliki just raised the morale of this place by +1, just by standing there and showing them that she's still standing. As the Veil of Darkness starts to fall, you, Bishar, Ephraim, you are and Quattle, you are like the last ones to go to sleep. You see, all this time, Kaine has been making food constantly, non-stopping. Out of nowhere, she's been getting the materials, like she's been making roasted goblin, kobold stew, kokiku legs. She made pasta here out of nowhere. You guys don't know how, but she's been feeding Mirko every single 10 minutes something new. It's like watching one of the best chefs in our world be in the zone. As you guys are going to sleep, is any of you taking a watch? Or are you going to leave Duras, the workers, and everybody else to do the watches?
No, I'll take a watch. I can spare the time.
Yeah, I will take one as well.
Sure.
And then you can just talk about brewing again.
Yeah.
Sure. As you two stand outside, let me just make the map. It is darkness. As you two are taking your watch, Eric, you you wake up out of nowhere, and you are sitting in a chair in one of the taverns of Nersandia. The smell of food all around you, beer moving on, dozens of beast walkers partaking in different sorts of drinks, alcohol from, if we were to put it in our world name, alcohol from everywhere, like people from Russia, China, Japan, the States, Latin America, all those cultures just being together as one, united by the curse that all of you have. And standing next to you, a small cute bunny.
I gesture to her, probably picking up a cup and gesturing to her. Mako.
Eddie?
So, what are we doing here? Or is this your idea of paradise?
No, we are just waiting.
What are we waiting for?
The last moment of the ritual. In the meantime, I'm just eating some of your memories. And you see a very feline, beautiful lioness comes with a roasted kokiku, salted with like onions and peppers, and Mirko just starts eating at the food. Delightful.
When you say having my memories, does this mean these memories are permanently gone?
What? No, I'm not a monster. I'm just eating from your memories.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. The way you worded it was rather much more menacing.
I could do that if I wanted, but I wouldn't be a good master if I did. You're not a warlock, for God's sake.
Look, well, let's be honest. Between you and me, I don't know much about you, except you are a ancient, benevolent spirit.
Yeah, that word suits me. Nom, 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 nom. Next one.
I think of probably a dessert that goes well. That goes down quite well after the roasted, salted kokiku.
Sure. Once again, the lioness comes and brings some sort of soup that seems to be cold to the touch. As she walks back, as she turns around, you see her. She glances at you over the shoulder as she walks away. Ooh, I haven't had this one. And she starts drinking.
Could I have followed that eye line to where the lioness was looking at?
Sure, give me a perception check.
20.
To where your crotch would be.
Okay. I sort of shrug, smirk a bit to myself, and then continue my conversation with Marco. How far along do you think we are with this ritual?
Well, we are at the point where things might get ugly.
Right. When we say ugly, as in
Apocalyptic ugly.
like a really ugly monster coming in, killing us badly.
Ooh,
Or
yeah.
attempting to kill us ugly.
Yeah, okay, so. And she slams the plate. Next one! So, truth be told, I kind of lost 99% of my power saving you.
Apologies, I could
So,
not help.
we are kind of connected now. If you die, I die. Which I kind of don't want to. I like food.
So what happens if you die? Do I die?
I don't want to find that out.
Same, I don't think either of us wants to find out, to be honest.
Yeah. So, that ritual that we are doing that puts you in a coma, if I stop eating, I die because I don't have enough energy. And if I stop the ritual, the land dies. And I don't want the land to die. It's like my territory. I need to take care of it. It was assigned to me, okay? And we are at the moment where bad things might happen.
What sort of bad things? I need to have some sort of specifics if possible.
Ooh, something like that. And she jumps onto your face. You fall on your back. And when you look up, you see a straw in your neck. And so, through this, what did I call it? Through this mechanized catalyst absorber spiritual machine, through the straw, dark corruption goes like this, and she pours the ice cold soup through the straw. You feel it going straight brain freeze.
Ooh, that
So,
is-
if I stop doing this, and she removes the straw, the spirit starts to overflow, and now you feel the dark soup, cold soup falling on top of your body. If they overflow, this bowl has no end. The liquid keeps pouring and pouring. We will get swallowed. And the next thing you see, the soup is covering all place. You look around, all of the beast walkers that were in this tavern are drowned in a sea of ice cold soup. So that's why, and she grabs the straw, pierces you even harder. You feel as it goes deeper into your throat. We need to channel it through you and then through me. Uh, you feel the wooden ground beneath you again.
that was unpleasant.
Oh yeah, and that's just like a demonstration.
I think of like a coffee. I don't know if coffees exists in Nasandia, but sure, let's say it does. With
It's like
cream.
Arabic coffee, that coffee that they put like on the sand and it boils.
Yeah, and then has a bit of a cream, cream topping from one of our livestock.
Mm-hmm. So you think of that, and you see the lioness giving you a hand, putting you, helping you sit back up, and putting this coffee in front of each of you.
I sort of nods. A gesture to Marco, please.
She starts drinking. This is amazing. So yeah, as I was saying, we don't want the corruption to overflow from you.
That's true.
So I need to wake you up.
I'm guessing when I wake up, I will be in immense pain.
Oh, most certainly, yeah.
God. Right, before we wake up, Are there any more bad things that are going to come and kill us?
Most certainly, yeah.
Do we know if it's the last day of it, or do we know if there'll be more after this?
If we can manage to finish the ritual, all corruption in this whole place should be taken care of, as if nobody had ever touched the land.
So how long do we have to hold that out for then?
I don't know. What I do know is that you need to make sure everybody stays here until the end. So, wake up,
Everyone.
and she slaps you. As you wake up, Eric, you recover 1 point of exhaustion, and you are now at 4. And you are restrained. You don't feel
Nice.
your legs.
I like to hear.
Eric, as you wake up, you see yourself in a cart. Mirk on top of you. She's just sitting on top of you, eating a dish. You look around, there's dozens of different plates. She's just been sitting on top of you, eating. You smell a multitude of scents, and you see Kaine with an impromptu kitchen outside of the cart. You have like really good core strength. You can lift up and just look around. You just cannot feel your legs. And as you start moving, Mirko goes, no, I'm in a good spot.
Well, at least Cole. Eric thinks a second about asking Mirko to call Kaine over, but he thinks better of it and kind of shifts a little bit over and just calls out to Kaine. Kaine!
Oh, yeah, yes, dear. And you see that she's talking to you, but she's moving constantly. She doesn't stop cooking. Oh, you're awake. Amazing.
Not quite. Is anyone around?
Well, I am around. I am someone.
Great. Could I see you're busy. Could someone go get either? How long has it been since I've been out?
Around like a day or two.
Fuck. I'm guessing some bad things have happened while I've been sleeping.
Well, define bad. We had 2 giants spawning. Well, rabbits.
Giants?
And they almost killed my girly. Your friend, the half-orc, almost died. Like, she just started bleeding from her eyes and her ears. We got
She probably
overrun.
said the word.
Yeah, she said both of them.
What is she not allowed to say? Again, could you remind me? So I can enforce it.
A rabbit, bunny, and as of tomorrow, I'm going to say beach.
Could
Next one,
I
Kaine.
could I implore that we don't put a third one on her? Just let her have it, but I'll say to her, please don't just be silent around you.
No, but I have plans for 158.
Yes, but at this point she is helping us to keep the ritual going. She's useless if she's dead.
I'll think of it. So, we should get started, and she shoves the plate up into the air, and it breaks. You all hear a plate impacting the ground. Those of you that are awake immediately look towards where Eric is. Eric, you see Mirko. Ah, okay, Eric, get ready. And Mirko just carrot wand to the air. The top of the cart flies away. All of the fabric, all of the wood that would be the ceiling of that cart is gone. In place, now there's only the bottom cart with Eric laying in it. Those of you that were asleep, wake up with a full rest. Okay, everybody, gather around. It is time. You see, Kainen brings another dish to Mirko, some sort of roasted meat.
We shall get around, I guess.
As you all wake up in your respective places, Bishar and Quattle, you feel the air is even heavier than it was before. It seems dense.
As I'm just when I walk past, I'm just going to walk next to Kalik and be like, as you both wake up, I look and go, oh, I wonder what the bitch wants now.
God damn.
Well, I wouldn't know. Canonically, I wouldn't know if I could say bitch or not.
Yeah, you
Eric,
feel the
how are you
perception.
feeling?
As you all walk closer to where Eric is, that dense, heavy sensation, as almost if you were with a fever, vanishes. And this is where you experience the long rest.
Very nice.
As you all walk closer to Mirko, she goes, okay, everybody, rise and shine. Oh, the next one should be rise. I like that one. Good idea. Yes, milady. It is time that you all stick close to me if you don't want to die. End of the notice. Oh, also, Eri is awake.
I sort of begin to sit up, but I transition Mirko to hold her like this, if she lets me.
Nope. As you try to sit up, she kicks you back to stand still.
Okay.
As you look on top of you, there's small breadcrumbs, pieces of cake, small rices.
I sort of say to the group gathered round, there's two things. One, Gabba, for your own safety, please practice what's the word?
Restraint?
Yes, that's the one.
Why can't? What do you mean? Nothing's happened. You just because you've been lying there fancy,
No.
nothing happens.
Gabba. It's nothing that has happened here. It's more between you and a kind of gesture to Mirko.
Do I say it?
No, please don't, for the love. My insight's pretty decent. I will literally catch you on it, and I say, whatever you do, whatever you think you want to say, just think it, but don't say it. For your own safety. For the love of all that is
Fine.
good,
Fine. And I'll just put it.
the third she, I'm going to give you a heads up. You piss her off again, she's gonna put a third one on you. And it's not gonna be nice.
She can do what she wants. She doesn't like me. Ah, shit.
Okay, she agreed to it. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, why wisdom? Why nothing that I can use? Like, give me something I'm
Because the
good at.
spell works that way.
19.
You are okay.
Oh!
That's the number that you needed to hit.
Oh my god.
That's literally the number that you needed to hit. Yep.
The second thing. Whilst I've been out, I think there have been some dead giants coming, which I'm extremely sad that they weren't alive and I could speak to them.
What? What do we speak
I
to them?
don't think they would have responded.
I know. Look. I know giant language, so
Yeah, but I don't think they were. They weren't what you think. They had like all these little cute.
yes.
And I catch my mouth and I go
Hoppies.
like hoppy things. Yeah,
Right,
like those little
hoppy.
things that we've been killing. Yeah, a lot of them were dropping out.
Well, to be fair, even while they were alive, they were. Well, the woman was quite annoying. She liked to gossip a lot, so.
Don't
speaking to
speak
her.
ill of the dead. Jeez.
Well, it's true.
But in any case, I think it might be prudent that we gather the rest of whatever defensible force there is and ensure that people we want to live through this gather round.
You see,
You are
you would see-
speaking. You see Rolling Alston coming here. Top of the data, yeah. What seems to be the problem?
Kauliki will be like to Roland. Eric says that the people that we want to survive should be here, so maybe we need to call everyone to the cart.
Well,
Oh.
that's good and all, but I just got like a message from the ship. They are like an hour away. We should make do with our way of getting out of here. They
I
got
think
some-
I want
they
to
got
listen to
some-
the bunny more than you, Rolling. Sorry. Oh no, I'm Kauliki. I'm Kauliki. I'm not being Gabba. That was Kauliki. Kauliki is saying funny.
Right, look, Mr. Stone, and this is, I've had a conversation with Mirko here. If we get through this now, if the ritual is complete, all corruption will be gone.
Well, that sounds
She,
delightful indeed. Like we could colonize this island, bring some people, create a new outpost for the people. The thing is that, what are the ghosts? Like, are we going to have to fight another two giants? Why is Rolling Alston Indian now?
look, I do not pretend to know everything. The ancient forest spirit that knows more about this, I'm more inclined to listen and perhaps obey, because we've seen her do things. We've seen the magic she wields. If that doesn't account for anything, then I don't know what does.
She's also been. This is Gabba. She's also been really mean to us, though. Like, Rick's been poked. Vishar's been poked in the eyes several times.
Not the only one. Yeah.
Vishar's been poked in the eyes many times. I can't say 3 words now, and you know she's just not. And you're on a wagon with a big straw in your throat. You know, something tells me that she may be not as nice as you think she is.
Well, also, if you leave now, you have high probabilities of dying.
Marco.
What? It's true.
What? No. I'm just asking for the benefit of everyone listening. What defense is there if we stay around here?
Oh, it's actually quite easy. You, stupid orc, walk 10 meters that way.
I look.
Gabba,
Walk.
please.
10 meters. Which way? Oh, how fast 10 meters?
Whichever direction you want.
I'll just walk. Yeah, I'll just walk towards this way.
You are just walking, going like, ah. As soon as you hit the 10 meters mark,
I think it's about here.
and you go out, you feel as if you went from a dry place to the most humid, wet forest, heavy heat. All your body feels heavy. You feel kind of sicklish. Your stomach starts to rumble, and it was just like this.
I don't feel well. Can I come back?
I'll allow it. You do just 1 meter back in, and out of nowhere, that sensation that you felt when you woke up and got here, that restfulness that you got, comes back.
Okay. She's got some sort of weird voodoo stuff going on outside of there. Don't like it. But if that's what it makes everyone else feels like, I think we should get everyone in as soon as possible. Except maybe not the dragon newt. The dragon newt could probably survive it. Should be fine.
As you said that, Bishar and Quatl, you look out and you see Thuras, the workers, and the defenders are still working, mounting defenses, and they are sweating a lot. But they are
We should get them,
pushing through it.
Get them in here into the circle.
We should inform them. Roland Stone, is it possible? How long will it take the ship to move from where it's supposed to pick us up to just off the island near the outpost here? How long will it take the ship to fly that far?
Well, my dear, the thing is that the ship cannot get this close to the outpost because it would fly everything away, including us. So they would need to land around a kilometer away from here, and then it is when we can just make a run for it. We could just push through it. The moment that we hit the ship, we will just get out of this place, never see it again.
What I'm wondering is if we're going to stay here to in this area to fight it off, if they could hover as close as they can get, and maybe they could provide some air support somehow, if that's within their capabilities, because I'm sure you can contact them.
I don't want to be flown away by an ethereal engine.
Is there any way for them to hover kilometer above and drop ropes for everyone to climb upon?
Well, 1 kilometer of rope, I don't think they carry something like that.
I don't know. I'm not versed in these things. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Oh.
As I said, probably not. We would have to run to the ship.
Roland, I'm just going to ask you to walk 10 meters that way, and then tell me if you think you can run through it.
Oh,
Now
come
go
on.
off you go.
It cannot be that hard. And she just goes like, Mr. Scava, you are just... Okay, yeah, I think... Oof, this feels terrible. Oh, this reminds me of... Oof, no. She comes back in. Yeah, that gives me some memories of an age long forgotten by me. But I think we can withstand it if we run fast enough.
Us, maybe? I think, as I point to each member of the group, I think we could. And I see them, the workers, I'll be like, they will die. Either we're going to use them as some sort of, like, meal tickets to get us out of this, as some sort of, like, not body cover, what do they call them? Human shields? Because they're not going to make it. They barely made it through these, 3 nights?
Well,
And Ephraim killed one of them.
yes.
One of them killed himself.
The boat.
Well, there's a difference between being swarmed by hundreds of rabid creatures and withstanding some stomachache and a small fever.
Okay, we'll make a deal. If you fall down to the ground, none of us picks you up. Deal?
Sure, that's fine by me.
Okay.
I do not like this deal.
While all of this is going on, can I talk to Mirko mentally for a sec, using my mind thing?
Sure.
I will just go, you heard what Rodin said. If we manage to cleanse this island of corruption, the Empire will come back to try to colonize it once again. You mustn't let them.
Oh,
They will destroy this place and everything on it.
I am just an overseer of this land, booming echo. If the mortals come and disturb my realm again, I will take action just like I did. The people here before...
Before?
The people
Sorry?
before learned to live in this place. They were in balance. But we will see if the next ones will learn their lessons. My
Truth be
understanding
told.
is that without any meat left in this island, they will probably not want to come back, but if they so want it, they can take it.
True. Truth be told, I haven't seen very much of the Empire, but from what I have seen, they are not the same kind of people that once lived in this island. I know you, I can
believe-
trust you with the care of this place, but I want to warn you anyway.
I shall leave moral judgments to mortals. I do not care about this. I just care to keep the land without corruption.
Fair enough.
If you want to destroy this empire, or whatever you want to call it, I can provide a deal and give you assistance, but for now, there are more important tasks at hand.
I will delay my judgment for now, but I will keep your offer in mind.
Sure. Also, come here, come closer.
Alright, I come closer, knowing full well what's about to happen.
Hello today, I
Yeah. Right,
told you I would get you.
I'll just stand there, just... Fair enough. I
If you
deserved
ever
it.
tell anybody what you've seen, I will rip you from inside out and feed you to Eri.
Okay. I promise
Well, that's a bit late.
to never tell another soul of your form, true form.
Good,
From now on.
From now on.
good. In the meantime, Ephraim is telling everybody.
I was gonna say, could I have insight check the interaction between the two when she sort of clawed her?
You don't see Mirko's true shape.
Yeah, no.
Mirko
No.
has just been eating on top of you, and Bishar was like, as far as you know, a fly flew inside of Bishar's eyes.
That is okay. Mr. Stone, do what you will, but if you want people to live, I think it is better to stay here than attempt to outrun whatever is coming.
Eric, do you know if after this you'll be able to do anything?
I'll be honest with you. I can't feel my legs.
That's fantastic. Okay. Crazy talk. We got 2 carts. The weakest are on the carts.
I can summon some horses once again. Oh, sorry, the Kiriko. What was it called?
Kokiko.
Kokiko.
We could use them, and that's a faster way to get out of there. Granted, we will feel like shit, but at least we're not moving. That sounds like a good plan.
I look at Mirko. I look at the wagon. Is the wagon on wheels?
Yeah.
What happens if this wagon moves?
The ritual is interrupted.
I look to everyone. Full seriousness. If you must leave, do it. But leave.
Okay, bye.
But leave myself and Mirko here. I must see this through to the end.
Well, I can't leave you, and you know that for a fact. So it's gonna be me and you.
Just fine.
So at least you got company until we all die.
I don't think we will, but I could be.
Kauliki will choose to stay. We'll go like, well, if Kaba is staying, then I'm staying with her.
I would rather see this island cleansed of corruption than leave with the Empire. So if my being here could help in any way, then I will stay as well.
Mirko, how much longer do you anticipate we will have to be here for?
A day or so.
So there's a day or so till the ship arrives. There's a day or so till this
No,
is
the ship's
done.
about an hour away.
An hour? Oh, it's an hour. I thought it was a day. Okay. Rolling. Could you ask how much fuel the ship has?
Last message I received, they said that they had to push through to get here based on my last message, which was something. We are being overrun by undead giants. So my guess would be that they are kind of depleted, perhaps.
I'm wondering if it's the last. If we ask the workers and everyone to go to the ship, get on the ship, hold out until the end of the day if they can.
Tell them
Unless-
we need to complete this ritual or everybody dies. Because if we give them the choice, they will leave us behind.
You see Thuras approaches. She She seems well, like she's standing tall, and she
Can I?
walks. You don't see her. You are laying on bed.
Well, I'm like, you know,
Sure.
I'm straining. Can I insect check her body language? Like, is it all front?
Yeah, sure.
Given how everyone has reacted to being outside. 19.
Thuras comes and goes, Rollin, we need something is happening. All of my people are weak. Well, they are saying that we maybe need to stay. Come inside. As soon as she does like another step, Eric, you see, she was standing strong and it to anybody else it would seem like she was unaffected. The moment that she walks in, you notice like the smallest relaxation in the shoulders, especially in like the tail and the wings. Yeah, you get the feeling that maybe she was putting up a front.
Okay.
Rollin explains the situation, and after a few seconds, Thuras goes, "Okay, take a cart. We are leaving."
We cannot,
Leave the
Then
cart.
we leave you
yes.
behind.
if you must.
Typical dragon newt, always running from the problems.
Yeah, always
Can't
running.
even stand to fight.
Better running than staying here to die. Not
That's
offense
fine,
to
Nim.
you, Lady Witch. You are powerful and all, but I cannot really entrust the life of my men. We have lost too many here, so if I see you
we did-
again, I'll see you again.
Yeah, see you again, and I'll make sure that you live dishonorably for the rest of your life.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
Damn right I would.
Just remember who's winning in this competition.
Me.
No, me.
Me.
No, you are making bad numbers.
What?
I am the one winning.
So I looked at Vishal like, what have I missed?
I'm not really sure, to be honest, but there seemed to have been some rivalry. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention much, but
That'd be the same for me.
I think they're racist to each other. Somehow. Somehow, both of them are racist towards the other.
You see the workers and all of the guildsmen start putting everything quickly on carts. They are sort of sluggish. It takes a toll on them. You see, Rollin starts putting quickly selecting papers and documents almost selectively and just throws them into a cart, and the workers just start leaving the encampment with a single cart, a single Kokiko, the only one that was left alive, and they seem to take like only the basic needs. Thuras comes close to you and goes, "Well, I hope you survive this and we can meet back on Elam. If you ever get there, I don't know how you'll get there. Do any of you know how to send a message for us to come get you? We could use some good fighters back in the Empire." We'll figure something out. Don't worry about it. We have this girl, and she slaps Rollin on the lower back.
Does Kainan's brother gonna leave as well?
Yeah. Kaine is staying though.
Okay.
You see them. They are sharing a couple of words. It's Kaine, Client, and Lane. They share like a couple of words. They yell a little at each other. You see a couple of punches being thrown, and then they hug each other, and they leave, and Kaine stays.
So, I'm gonna say it one last time. Does anybody want to leave?
No.
You have no say in this, Eric. You're stuck on the thing. Anyone else? No? Okay. So if we all die, we'll blame each other, no one else, okay? Good, good.
Well, I'll try to contract you at the end of the night. We'll be in the airship in an hour, so good luck to you. And she goes one by one, giving you like a handshake.
I refuse to shake your hand.
When Thuras gets to Gava and goes like, unscrew you, and she spits on your feet, and as she flips around, she slaps you on the face with her tail. As she's walking away, looks back over the shoulder, but don't you dare die. I am the one that's going to kill you.
All you would hear under her breath is restraint, 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 restraint.
Okay,
Proud of
people,
you.
double up. We need to get out of here. If we don't get to that flying vessel in an hour, they are going to leave us. And they just start going away from the encampment. As we finish the first phase, you all see how I need Jason to roll me a D4, please. Sorry, a D6.
I have a bad feeling about this. But sure. 6.
Okay. Now roll me a D4, please.
3.
3. As you see all of the guildsmen and leaders of the encampment living on a cart, some of the guildsmen were already starting to feel nauseated and are being put into the cart. You see Thuras is pushing the cart. A couple of minutes go by, and you start hearing hundreds of small steps. As it gets closer, you start to feel as many of those steps starts to collapse. Bam! You hear Bishar quote Eric. With your passive perception, you notice you hear the cries of tens, dozens of animals as they are running, seeking some sort of refuge, and they just collapse as they are running and slam against the ground. You see only 3 of those animals manage to get close to you as they are in a state of despair running towards you. What do you do?
Well, I can't do jack shit. I can't move.
Can we see them?
Which way are they coming from?
They have been coming from outside the camp. From here, you won't be able to see them.
Have you told us all about this? Because obviously I wouldn't be able to see it. I don't think Kaudiki would be able to see it.
I think during the sound of animals dying, Fisher would have an expression of just pain on his face, like physical pain. And he will just try to comfort and calm the animals that make it as best as they can.
Give me an animal handling, and they as they are running desperately. Also,
Can
mine
I-
is here.
Can I assist? Because I've got
40.
animal handling.
So that means advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's worse. So 40.
Sure. You see a boar, a pig, and a goat are the only ones that managed to get inside of like the protective dome around Mirko. If you look further away, you see a trail of smaller and larger beasts just collapse on the ground, still alive, but twitching in pain and agony.
Is there... Now this may sound sadistic, because obviously mine hasn't eaten in a while, and we've all forgotten about mine. Is there any way I could use my chain just to go towards the edge, grab one of the animals, bring it in so mine could have some food?
You can certainly try.
Can I do that, please?
Sure.
Just roll attack roll.
Yeah.
Are you targeting animals that's still alive?
No, dead animals on the floor.
Oh no, they are alive.
Oh,
They just can no longer move.
If they are alive, I will try to stop you.
well, I could just be bringing them in. I could just be saving them. I got a 19 as well to get one. You have to stop mine from eating.
You
Would
have
do that to
only
my-
5 feet, 10 feet of range with your chain.
Is there any within 10 feet of the edge?
Yeah, just one. There's like a chicken.
No one gives a shit about a chicken. 19 plus 8, so 27.
Sure. You can just grab the chicken as you pull it in. It's almost as if if a car had hit the animal and it's just twitching in place.
Just grab it, and I'm like, mine? Do you want it? Would you?
Gone.
You're all looking at it. You're all looking at me. I'm just like,
Vishal will remember this. So
Hey, you guys can go outside of the dome.
yeah, I think I will.
And
I
just
will
to
try
make-
to save a couple of
To
animals.
make it easier to see, I'm going to allow you to see where the dome actually ends. So you should be seeing represented by these walls that I put around you. Okay. So you might have to log back into the game. Cause
oh, shoot.
I don't know how well particles work with hiding and revealing. Pretty. Okay, there we go. Well.
There is something floating here.
That's mine. Move up the green slider. Maybe
Green slider.
that's
It is
the
at
top.
it's at the top.
Tailspire. The weird
I've
thing is
got it
that
on mine.
you were seeing like the thunder before, which is weird.
How big is it?
Let me
It goes like this.
Okay, if you have it,
There.
Callum, can you share your
Yeah, I
screen,
can share.
please?
Yep.
I will just put that in the stream. Map. There we go.
Those who can't see it is roughly around here. That's the area.
So at this moment, you can faintly see like distortion in the heat of the air, almost like a really hot day. You see a couple of animals just outside of where this would be. You can move without a problem through this protective dome.
I will try to save some animals just outside of them.
Sure. Give me. Let's roll for athletics to see how fast you can go outside and come back in and carry a heavy animal. Is anyone else
Athletics.
helping you?
Yeah, I'd help. I only got a chicken because mine hasn't eaten for a while, and mine is more important than a chicken.
It's 17 for athletics.
And for me, it's that's bad. 4 plus 8, 12.
12. Okay. You guys managed to go outside. As soon as you go outside, you will take not as soon as you go outside, but just being outside, it takes a couple of minutes. You manage to get 7 animals inside of the dome, and by the moment that you get like the 5th animal, you are starting to feel sicklish, so you take a point of exhaustion, both of you.
Level 1 Myuu. Ability checks.
By this moment, you have 7 unconscious animals inside of the dome, 3 conscious animals, and yourself. It's been something like 15 minutes. And by this moment is when you start, Bishar, especially, you are the only one that notices this. You see how everything outside the dome seems to be turning kind of reddish. And that's where we are going to take a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Just, alright. Happy-go-lucky fun time, as usual.
Yeah.
Woo!
Cheerful, happy
Fred.
campaign. Welcome back to the second part of our game, where we see if everybody dies. Okay, last we left off, we lost a brain, by the way. So Jason is going to take care of Ephraim. And last we left off, Bishar, you were starting to see as everything was turning reddish. Not with your special eyes, but with your normal eyes.
This doesn't seem like a good sign. Can anybody else see this?
This is all I can see is the red sky. That's not great.
Well, if you're seeing red, then I'm gonna say I see red, and I'll just start like
As-
putting a weird face.
As Bishar mentions everything is turning reddish, you do realize that everything is turning reddish. And light seems to be diminished.
Would Kauliki notice it because of the dark vision?
Yeah, everybody notices at this point. And the thing with Kauliki, she has low light vision and the special dim in the eyes of her class. Yeah, she would notice.
Okay. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm not getting a good feeling about this."
I will activate my eyes, forgetting Mirko is behind me.
As you do, you feel a claw grabbing you by the cheek.
Right. Sorry.
I will. I am trying to be a better. Whatever. Just look up, and she just. It hurts a little bit.
Look.
You
I will
see
look up.
that funneling, swirling, twisting concentration of reddish, dark, corrupt spirits being channeled into Eric's strobe has intensified so much that right now you cannot even see the sky if you are using your special eyes.
Right. Is everything going okay, Mirko? Still doing
Everything
fine?
is as planned.
Okay. Good.
When she says as planned,
You don't hear this.
oh, fair dues.
I'm just gonna say out of character. I have not had a good feeling about this since the first interaction we've had right at the start. There was things that she was saying that going, "We have got this sorted. We have done this." There's only her at the moment. Who's the we?
You don't know that. Maybe she identifies as a we, they, them.
I highly doubt it.
So,
Well,
Everything is going as we planned.
Is this an interaction between
Bishar mentally.
Okay.
Now, this is the moment that things might get a little complicated. And Eric, you feel Mirko's bunny body still eating. Okay, make sure to stand still. And she wakes up, throws the plate. This time, Kaine catches it in the air before it impacts. Oof, save that one. And Mirko walks next to you. You see she stands still, looks at the straw, and she jumps inside of the straw and gets absorbed inside of you.
Do we see this?
Yep. All of you see how the bunny body, spiritual thing bunny body, gets
What?
compressed inside
What-
of the straw.
What did I see with my eyes? Is the
You-
giant ferret thing still there?
You shall see one of the 4 claws that were making the ritual is stabbing Eric in the throat, going through
Alright.
the straw.
Well, as promised, I won't say anything.
What the fuck did I just see? I'm gonna grab Quattle around the shoulder and be like, I'm just gonna say something. If you got any of your weather powers, get ready. I just get them charging just in case, because I got a bad feeling about this.
Eric, you hear inside your mind going, okay, this is the moment that things get real. It is up to you to make sure that everybody stays inside of here. Don't listen to what he says. And
Who?
that's the last you hear from Mirko.
I sort of say, who?
Jason, I need you to
Yes.
roll me a d6.
I like this. I never know if it's good or bad.
Where we dropping, boys? The storm's coming.
I've just pulled up my warhammer as well. I'm like, guys, I think I think we better get ready for something. And I'm gonna be like, I can imagine Kauliki would go to Kainen and probably be standing next to her as like a protectorate, because Kainen's gonna be one shot. Let's be honest, if anything bad happens.
Kaine is still making up food constantly. Every plate that she makes seems to be more detailed and perfect than the one that was before. The plates that Mirko is no longer eating, as she keeps moving, she just lays them next to Eric. She's going to be hungry when she comes back.
Okay, I would still say Kauliki would just keep following her, just like shadowing her, just to see if anything's. Could she do an insight check?
Sure.
On her to see if she's like possessed or something. 14 plus. Oh, sorry, 14 plus. What's insight?
Wisdom, usually.
Plus 20 and dirty 20.
Kaine just seems happy. She seems completely of her own mind, but happy.
Okay.
What was the d6?
3.
3. So with the 3. Ooh. Okay.
I've had my long rest, boys. I'm ready for a fight.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2. Ephraim is 3. Quattle is 4. Kaulik is 5.
So
Eric
who's 3, sorry?
is 6.
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
I
Okay.
want David to roll me a d6.
Am I 1 or 2?
You are 2.
2.
No, you are 1. No, you are 2. You are 2.
I'm
1, 2. Actually, let's make it like the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kaulik is 6.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
David,
2.
2. Bishop.
Damn.
Rick, I want you to roll a d6. You want low.
2 as well.
Oh.
Do you have second level spell slots
Yes.
available?
Yes.
How many?
3. I think.
All of them?
Uh,
Typhon, your eyes are still active. You can feel your magic being absorbed into the straw. And as it goes inside, you hear, yum, yum, yum. I kind of needed that. Thank you.
Fun. Thanks.
Moments
Can
go
I
by.
pick the next target?
Sure. Moments go by. Seemingly nothing. The animals that were knocked out seem to start to regain consciousness. They just move around, they are kind of nervous. By this moment, the darkness, the reddish, gets even worse.
Guys, I'm struggling to see.
As you right now cannot see within 10 feet if you don't turn off a torch. There are a couple of torches in the camp.
Can I... What would... You remember those gems that we had in the mines?
Yeah, the fire airstone.
Yeah.
Sure, those work exactly like a torch, 10 feet light.
Ooh, nice. I believe I have 2.
So I'll like... So, like, in between my armor thing, I, like, start jam it in there. So it's got, like, a little bit of light speaking out. I guess in Kauliki would need one, because she can see in the dark.
She has the light cantrip, I think.
She does have light, but she also has dark vision, so I just wondered, does she need it?
You guys have enough light to move around, but it's red. It's almost as if you had a red light bulb and no other light source.
Oh, great, we're in a dark room.
As you look up, at this moment, all of you look out and it's like the darkest night. The fragments of the moon that have been flying around make no reflection of lights. There's no clouds. It's like almost as if you are engulfed in darkness. Kaine keeps preparing food dishes. Eric, you get the feeling that you are hungry.
I
What is everybody doing?
begin to eat. I
Eric.
will yeah,
As you eat the
Yeah.
first dish, it's the life. It's the best. It rivals even your best memories of food in Ersandia. Roll a d4 for me.
3.
You get 3 temporal HP.
Can I do an Arcana check?
On
For
what?
Kauliki, sorry.
Kauliki.
To see... between... is there something going on between Kynan and... Kynan and Eric? Like, something there? Or coming from Eric?
Sure. Do you want to roll the Arcana on like... focus on like... Kaine or on Eric? Like, what's the focus of the roll?
I'm gonna focus on Kaina.
Sure.
I know
go
that's
ahead. I'm going to say that Kauliki can roll with advantage on Kaine because
so.
Kaine is probably the creature that Kauliki knows the most.
Nat 20. So
No shit.
I literally I rolled a 16 and then I rolled again nat 20.
Kaine is a dwarven woman. She is a a treasure hunter. She's a merchant. She had some tiny magical powers that she learned to appraise treasure or make sure that nobody's scamming her. She had no fighting prowess, nothing like that. But as Kauliki sees as Kaines moving right now, she was always a good cook. But now, there's something else, like her meat comes as crispy as the best things you could ever imagine. The smells that come out of the oven, of multiple ovens that she's using at the same time. Everything is almost perfect, almost as if she had become something other than a normal mortal. Or maybe she has some sort of special magical tasty power dust that she's sprinkling when nobody sees. After all, she's a crafty merchant.
I would imagine that Kaoliki wouldn't. I think she knows Kainen. I don't think she would think that. I think she would go to. She would probably grab Vishar and be like, I think something's going on here. I think Kainen is being possessed. I think Mako is wanting better and better food. I think something's going on.
That's what first comes to Kauliki, but with a natural 20,
Ooh.
you know that Kaine became the first cleric in centuries. The first cleric since the fracturing, since the gods went away. These powers, those are not arcana based, those are not shady like Eric. She seems in complete control of her own will. So Kauliki, being of an age long past, having seen many clerics during her life, Kauliki can tell that Kaine is using divine magic. This food that she's creating is imbued by something other than a mortal hand. Now, the thing is that Kauliki doesn't know that in this world clerics no longer exist, and the only clerics, known clerics, or believed to still live clerics are the royal family. Kauliki doesn't know that.
I don't know if would Kaoliki say anything, or would she just? I'll leave Kaoliki. I think she would just leave it for now. I think she just keep an eye on things.
Yeah, I don't think Kauliki would mention that right now.
Yeah, I think she'd just keep an eye on things.
Guys, this is very good. You should try some.
Oh, go on in, I'll have a bit. Gabba comes up and just takes a bit. Oh,
Roll a d4.
oh no. 2.
You get 2 temp HP.
Woohoo!
Right?
Oh, that's really good. Oh, guys.
Thank you, boys. The real secret of the recipe is just a little bit of pepper, and of course, believing in the lady Bunny. She taught me this recipe really good. Supposedly to have been lost, maybe like 60 years ago on an old region of Chekota, but I just revived it. I am that good.
Oh, you have to tell me how to do this. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, sure. If we survive
I,
this night, I will tell you how to do it.
I offered the dishes to everyone.
Sure. Everybody heals Eddie for 10 HP. Eric, roll me another d6.
Oh. Okay.
As we are entering the third phase. By this moment, there's no more light.
Oh, that's not good.
Everything is red. With the torch, you can just see 5 feet next to you. You hear from outside noises. Stuff falling around. You start hearing a constant as it looks like hundreds of nails are being scratched constantly against something. It seems to come from everywhere. Jason, what was the D6? 2. With a 2. Ooh. You start to see how Eric, you feel pain throbbing. For the longest time, ever since Mirko went inside you, you felt rumbling in your stomach. And when you ate, it seemed to calm down. But right now, you feel so hungry. You start eating desperately everything next to you. As Eric starts eating desperately, all of you see how the barrier that's keeping whatever is outside there starts to become smaller. What do you do?
Am I aware of this?
No,
Well,
you
sus
are
boys.
just being cheating. Right now, the barrier is 40 feet wide.
Do all the animals come in? Should we start bringing the animals in?
The animals are just standing next to Eric. They all seem to start screeching.
Guys, I don't. There's something going on, obviously. I don't know what we can do, but I'm not feeling good about it.
Eric, calm down. Yeah. What the hell?
Do I hear this?
What was this? What happened?
No response.
I see a very bright light, but I can't see it on your screen.
Yeah, I got a very bright light as well.
It's like we're being sucked up by an alien, a UFO.
Yeah,
I've
I turned it off, but Callum doesn't forgot to put the code into the
No, I
light
put-
dot JSON.
I put the code in
So
it.
we are
Oh, there
just
we
going
go.
to ignore it.
I don't know why the code didn't come through. I definitely put it in.
Don't worry, it's okay.
I want a conversation with friend to see if he'll respond. Friend? Have you ever experienced anything like this? Got any feelings, pal? Any directions?
There was this time where a volcano erupted on us and we had to make a protective shield. We had to last for 2 months until a rescue party came, surviving based on only moss. Does this experience prove useful to you, Lady Gabatutalu?
I hope not, because I don't want to eat moss.
Well, at least you have animals and a dragon.
I go to say something and I stop my production. I wonder, and then just before the last thing I say is, I wonder if the nuke died.
Well, I can certainly hope so, and that it was in agony. As
Step in.
friend is saying this, Bishar, Ephraim, you hear of a wheel spinning, getting closer. Give me a perception check, all of those of you that have passive perception over 17.
I
No,
have
that's not me.
17.
I have
17 is good
16,
enough.
so that's not me.
Not yet.
Perception,
How would
it's
be
16
16?
total.
16. You hear this sound getting closer, but the
Oh wait, I have
screeching.
disadvantage.
Hmm?
Yeah, 16. I have disadvantage to the exhaustion.
You
but still
hear
16.
But the screeching, it's hard to pinpoint it. It keeps getting closer. Oh! Eric, Quattle, Bishar, one more perception check right now. As you guys can now make it, all of those that have passive perception over 15.
Disadvantage or normal?
Disadvantage.
14.
13.
And for Ephraim,
Not too bad. That's a dirty 20.
Oh.
Nice.
What about Ephraim?
Ephraim's perception was. Hang on, just get the sheet up. +1, so 15.
Quattle, you are the only one to be able to pinpoint it. And when you hear that groan, that's Duras.
Fuck.
Can I pinpoint?
Yeah, it seems to be coming from around 20 or something meters from outside the protective dome. Eric is being shitting. The dome seems to be shrinking, and you hear a groan and a cart approaching.
I'm gonna point my finger over that way and cast message. And I'm gonna see if I get a response.
Traitor.
Commander Urith, is that you?
I need a hand, as much as it pains me.
The commander is. They're in trouble. They need assistance.
What do you?
I will cast daylight on myself,
Ooh.
which
Okay.
creates a 60 feet sphere of bright light and another 60 feet of dim light.
Oh, we now.
Divide
get to
that.
60 feet radius.
Divide that by 4.
So 120
60
feet
would be
radius
20.
of. So 30 feet radius is divided.
So
It does say it dispels areas of darkness created with a spell of 3rd level or lower. Don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, no. So it would be 30 feet. Light penetrates the darkness. Now, Bishar and Quattle and Eric can see that screeching sound of like nails are hundreds, thousands of corrupted lesser spirits, little red dots, dark red dots, screeching against each other in a cacophony and an entropy. At the edge of them, by the way, these red things is what's causing this darkness as no light goes through them. At the edge of Bishar's daylight, you manage to see a collapse on the ground Thuras and a cart next to her.
Get her. Track her inside.
Oh, fine, I'll go get it.
Ephraim will put a hand on Gabba's arm and say, is this really wise? Do we really want to be putting ourselves at risk? Can we not maybe chuck a rope out?
Well, we can, or we can give the best person possible, points to herself, to probably go get it.
Okay. If you insist, he is going to look at. Ephraim is going to look at. Let's see, rifles to his potions. Right. Going to gives you a potion. If you're going to get out there, do you want to be quicker or do you want to withstand whatever this is that's happening?
Do you even know what's happening?
I don't. I honestly don't. But I think I think honestly, I think if you are going out there, then maybe the less time you spend out there, the better.
I'll take the speed potion then. Well,
Gives you the potion of swiftness.
chuck it up. I'll just chuck it on the floor, smash it. And I'll proceed that way. Martin, I've messaged you.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. First of all, give me an athletics check and a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, so athletics first or perception first? Or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
Right, perception. 11 plus 2, 13.
Ooh, crap.
And then the athletics is 18 plus 8, 26.
It's hard. It's like running blind. Not even your shard of firestone illuminates the ground out here, out of the dome. You just go by the sound of Thura's voice. As you move, it's hard to discern it from the screeching. Give me one Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, I should be good at this. 17.
The screeching makes you almost go crazy. If this person has managed to go somewhere and come back, it's been almost half an hour since they departed. You keep looking, you run through, you kind of memorize the encampment as you were doing your rounds preparing for defense on the previous days. You hit yourself a couple of times against carts or bags, you fall to the ground. As you get up, you hear another and there you see her. You see Thura's her armor is melting on top of her. Half of her scales are starting to fall. And you see her tail is weakened by some reason. She's just on the ground, looks you up in the eye, crosses eyes with you. Her normal skin, not the scales, are turning reddish. You don't know if it's the light of your shard, the fact that everything here is reddish, or the fact that her skin is sickly. She goes, "Of course, had to be you. Give me a gun." And she gestures to the inside of the cart, where all of the guildsmen and Rollin are unconscious, as she's been dragging them back here. What do you do?
Would the party be able to see me?
No, you are in complete darkness. Nobody sees you.
They were on the edge of the daylight, huh? I thought.
Yeah, but it's like they barely managed to find their way. Like daylight was, I think, like 20 feet, and they are like 30 feet away. So they managed to barely make a direction.
Can I explain the character's motivation
No.
to the audience? Okay.
You hear inside of your head, now would be a good moment to take action. The longer you stand here, the more it will take on me to protect your body. I would recommend make it swift and quick, not like they would do. You are better than them, so show them that pittiness that they showed us.
I'll attack.
You don't even need to roll, as Thuras was rolling death saving throws. 2 failed saving throws. She looks at you. Why, you fucking traitor?
And I will grab the cart and pull it back to the camp.
Make another athletics check.
14 plus 8 is 22.
You, Bishar, everybody inside of the field starts hearing the cart move again. As you see Gava coming into Bishar's daylight, carrying a cart. You can see inside there are a couple of bodies unconscious. They seem, you don't manage to see from here how they are doing. But Gava gets them inside.
As a dragon, I'm like, I got it. Thuras couldn't make it. It's awful out there.
Can I challenge
Gava?
that statement with my passive insight?
Sure, you can roll insight, as I need Callum to
Same,
roll
yeah.
me 3d10.
3d10. 8. 2. 5.
My insight was 25.
8 again.
2 and 5.
15.
So 15.
You see, as Gava walks in, those reddish scars that she had on her skin, they are bigger and wider. And inside of the scars, you start to see something sort of putrid, like pus. As Gava, your living core changes from water to corruption.
Oh. Okay.
You feel you feel the chains in your razor tightening up, as in
Yeah.
holding you gently. It was the right choice. Now let's save them. Bishar,
Let's do this.
Bishar and Eric, what was your insights?
8.
25.
I did not roll well.
Bishar. Well, Eric, you are laying
Yeah, I'm
laying on your back, and also you are binge sheeting right now. Binge sheeting as the barrier is getting smaller. Bishar, you see something in Gava that you have never seen before. Lies.
I will use my mind link to talk to you telepathically and just say, what did you do?
I saved the people in this circle.
What did you
And
do
in the
with
towns.
Thuras?
What do you mean? I tried to save her, but she was beyond saving.
Don't lie to me, Gavin.
I'm not lying. She was beyond saving. I couldn't save her. She did it. She did a marvelous job to get him here. I just took him. I just got him here. I just took the rest and got him here.
Be careful. I don't know what you did, but whatever path you're on currently doesn't lead to a good ending.
Sure, I have nothing to say. If you, I'm more than happy. We can walk out there to find her, but I can show you. I did nothing wrong.
Very well then. If that is what you believe,
You see no remorse on Gava's face as the conversation gets overrun by Eric numbing on food. As Eric was eating ferociously everything next to him, the barrier got shrunk by 10 feet. You now have only 30 feet.
God, we're playing Fortnite.
Fuck you!
Storm's coming in.
I will grab. I'll start like picking up the people and putting them like against the cart. I'm gonna look at Eric and I'll be like, "You pull this out your fucking ass, boy! Come on! I'm not dying. I could have got out of there. We could be gone. I saved you for you. Don't you make me fucking die!"
I think as Gabba sort of does this, I think there's almost a feral look to Eric as he's like eating all this food, and he kind of like, you've seen him angry, but you've not really seen him like go feral, bestial anger, like the snout, the lips pulling back, and the fangs baring.
Okay.
And I say, "Do not speak to me this way, woman."
Woman? I'll fucking remember that.
There's almost a glow of the giant's might, threatening to release.
Kaine comes. She has like a sweet baked potato. Stuff it in your ground. There, honey. You get kind of angsty when you are hungry. So don't worry. I have enough food for you.
Can Kauliki do an
Eat
Arcana
Snickers.
check on the food?
Sorry.
Can Kauliki do an Arcana check on the food?
Yeah, sure.
Ephraim will actually assist with that because Ephraim is proficient, but also does actually make food as well. So
Okay. So is he going to roll himself, or does he give you advantage?
give advantage.
Okay. Well, 16. Dirty 20.
30-20. The food is indeed magical. Like, even amidst this darkness, the moment that some light hits the food, even this reddish darkness seems to glimmer in different colors, almost refracting light in a rainbow pattern.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm guessing now. Does Ephraim have any insights?
No, Ephraim has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I just cook really good breakfast. This is kind of beyond my understanding. I've not quite seen anything like this. Not quite sure what's going on here. If this is some sort of divine magic, I mean, whatever happens it's gotta happen soon, because Ephraim kind of looks
Give
around
me a history check as Ephraim.
like. No idea. He rolled a 4-8.
So, just like I said, Ephraim is in complete disbelief. The only alive cleric in all of the Empire for the last 60 years is the royal family. So, yeah.
And and Ephraim has never seen, like, witnessed, like, I don't know, like a public event of the royal family displaying their.
They do like a procession every couple of years, going through, especially when like there's a new island added to the empire, and they make one of the family members goes and like makes a display of the divine power of Longus. But that's literally like the only way ever since the fracturing that people have seen divine magic. Like ever since the fracturing happened, all religions seem stopped working. Like all clerics lost their powers. They told the public that it's because the gods have to be prepared protecting the land, and they are the ones that have to focus all of their power to make the few remaining islands floating in the sky, and the barrier keeping everything evil under the purple mist. So clerical power has completely died off. So yeah, Ephraim is in complete disbelief. Another half hour goes by. As you guys check on the Killsmen and Rolling Stone, Bryant, and Lion, they all seem to be breathing, but you start to notice traces of corruption in their bodies. You open their eyes to check on them, and one of them has a red eye. You start to see a horn growing on the face of another one. They seem to no longer be what they used to be. Jason,
Yes.
choose one. No, roll me a d6.
While this is happening, the last half hour, can Kauriki be tending to all the sick as well, just to make sure, like doing little bits, like precipitation to make them cool and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure. They are not dying. She's just keeping them at bay.
Yeah.
2 for the d6.
2 again. The protective veil starts getting thinner again.
Oh, Jesus.
As right now, you have only 20 feet sphere surrounding Eric. You feel Eric Mirko inside of you, and you feel as her energy starts to being diminished. Once again, Eric starts eating relentlessly.
Something's not. So Gabba would go up, well, just to Kauriki, Rick, fucking Fisher, Quattle, and be like, something's not right here. All we had to do was keep Mirko alive and keep her fed. Why is this not working? Why is the barrier getting weaker? Why does Eric look like he's changing into some sort of primal form of his evolution? And look, and I point towards Rolling and the workers. Look what's going on here. It's like, I feel like something's going wrong.
I will activate my eyes, turn towards the ferret thing, and just say, how do we fix this?
As you activate your eyes, how many chargers do you have left?
I think I have 2 left. I have 4 per long rest. I think this is the second time I used them since last week.
As you look at Mirko's true form, all of those rings with markings of pure raw ether are bleeding. You see as almost as if parts of her body have started simply falling apart, rupturing. That glimmering white fur now covered in reddish blood. And as the blood keeps falling, it starts to turn bluish and then white. Each time a drop of blood touches the ground, it turns gold as it disappears and gets absorbed into the earth. Even amidst this darkness, you can see that everywhere that a drop of her blood falls, you feel the earth gaining strength and plants, roots starting to grow underneath. She looks at you, her visor, her dark face, half cracked. I need more power. He's close by. And when she says that, you'll hear tap, 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 almost as if somebody was tapping their finger against the glass. All of you inside hear booming. Oh, hello, my dears. Why don't you come out and play? And that's where we are going to end today's episode.
But I don't want to go out and play.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I want to stay inside and watch TV.
Why did the boss area have to decrease?
Why did I have to lose all my second level spell slots? God damn it.
Yeah.
Why am I a bad guy now?
Yeah, why?
Murder
What's up
horror.
with that?
I know. What is up with that?
Well, all of those are valid questions that we are going to maybe answer in the next episode in 2 weeks. Today was an intense game.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So if you want to see more of this, come back next week where Callum is going to take care of another campaign, probably as intense, maybe even more.
Could be. There's a lot more. It's going to be a lot of intrigue.
Yeah, no, less demons.
Yeah, less demons, more intrigue. More backstabbing. More Gabba deaths.
In the meantime,
All the enemies are Gava. Nothing but a sea of Gavas.
God.
see you all in 2 weeks.